I'm Jess, and today I'm going to do my September wrap-up. It is the 28th of September at the minute, but I know that because of the reading slump I've been in the last month, I'm not going to read anymore, I don't think. I'm about 100 pages into The Memory Keepers by Natasha Nam, but I don't think I'm going to finish this in the next few days, so I'm not going to wait to do a wrap-up until the end of the month, because this month has been a bad month of reading. I just haven't read hardly anything the whole month, and I'm really ashamed of it. So, and what I have read has been graphic novels, which I'm counting them towards my goals, but I don't think they should count. Like, I'm ashamed that I'm counting them, but I'm counting them. The first book I read was a buddy read with Jess at Book Loving Jess, and that was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I love this book so much. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars because it was so fast paced, so good. I really thought this was going to get me back into the reading mode, being the first book I'd finished since the 22nd of August, and I finished this on the 10th of September, so that was like 20 days-ish that I'd gone without reading a book. So yeah, I really love this one. I really did think it was going to get me back into it, but it really didn't. And so yeah, I really loved it. It's about a female assassin who gets told that she can have her freedom if she takes part in this competition and then becomes the king's assassin after the competition. And she sort of falls in love with the prince and also starts having feelings for the guard. But it's not really about that, it's more about her and how badass she is, and I really loved that. So next I have, I read The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This was a reread for me. I gave it 5 stars again. I'm rereading the 3 books in this series, one a month. I read this one in September. I'm gonna read Catching Fire in October and Mockingjay just before the film comes out in November. And I loved it a lot more than I remembered I loved it. There was just so many things that I'd forgotten that I picked up on, because I really only remembered this book from the film because it had been at least, I think I read it when the film came out, so 2 or 3 years ago. I don't really know when the film came out. I think it was 2 years ago. Maybe nearly 3 though. But it really surprised me how much I loved it again. I thought it'd kind of be, I like this one, but I love Catching Fire more, so. Next, I read a review book, and that was Vivian vs. America by Katie Coyle. I love this one. I love the first book in the series. I have a review for the whole series, which will be linked down below. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars, but I really enjoyed it. It was like on the border of a 5. There was just some things I didn't like, but I can't tell you too much about it. I'll tell you a synopsis of the first book, Vivian vs. the Apocalypse. It's set in present day, when a church has taken over America and has lots of believers, and they say that the end of the world is coming, and they tell their believers that there's going to be a rapture on the, I can't remember the date, but they tell their believers there's going to be a rapture, and any believer good enough is going to be taken to heaven, and then it starts the day of the rapture when the main character Vivian wakes up and her parents are gone and there are 2 holes in the ceiling, and it's so good. I really just loved its take on the apocalypse genre. It was so good, so funny, and just really captured the teenage lifestyle in the apocalypse. It was really funny. The next book I read was for my Christian Fiction Book of the Month, and that was Interrupted, A Life Beyond Words by Rachel Coker. This is the second Rachel Coker book I've read, and I loved the first one. I gave the first one 5 out of 5 stars, and that was Chasing Jupiter. And her second book, Interrupted, was a 4 out of 5 stars, but I still really enjoyed it. I love her writing style, and since she's such a young author, I really admire her for her writing and how good it is, and I really love the story and the setting, and the romance was really cute too. So yeah, that's this one. After that I got into a bit of a graphic novel phase, and I have reviews of all these graphic novels. So the first one was Walking Dead Volume 1, Days Gone By, and then And then after that I read Walking Dead Volume 2, Miles Behind Us, and then Volume 3, Safety Behind Bars, and I'm about, I've read Volume 4. I'm about halfway through Volume 5, I think. But I really love this series so far. It's a lot different to the TV show, but I really enjoy it. So I will link you to my review of the first 3 volumes. Volume 4 is called The Heart's Desire. And then after I read those books, I read the 3 volumes in the Saga graphic novel series, that Saga 1, 2 and 3. And I loved these ones. They were so good. I just love the premise of it, and it's about a man and a woman who are from different planets that are at war with each other, and they end up falling in love and having a daughter, and after their daughter is born, everybody in the galaxy wants to kill them, and it's sort of told from the daughter's perspective when she's older, and it's really funny. I really loved it, but don't read it if you don't like crude humour and lots of graphic imagery, because there is quite a lot of nudity and swearing in it. So, and the last book I completed was Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. I really enjoyed this second book in the Vampire Academy series, and it's really got me back into the reading mode because it's so funny and so fast-paced and really good, so I think I need to read more books like this to get out of my reading slump. So I can't tell you too much because it's the second book in the series, but if you'd like to hear a review of the first and second book, I can do that for you. So that was my September wrap-up. I will see you guys in my October TBR, and hopefully I will read more in October. Yeah, I didn't complete my goal this month either. It was a bit horrible this month. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.